Hey y'all, what's up and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video we're going to be doing some flower beauty products. I'm going to go through what I got, put it on my face, and see how it works out for us. So yeah, this should be fun. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Shay. Thanks for joining us today. And yeah, let's see what is worth it and what's not worth it and what's awesome and maybe not so awesome, and go through these products together. If this is something that you are excited to see, and if you like these types of videos, please give this one a thumbs up, and don't forget to click subscribe before you leave so that we can be friends. Alright, we ready? Let's do this. Alright, so we've scooched in a little bit, and the first product we have here is the Flower Light Illusion Foundation Luminous Makeup Nude Skin Feel is what it says right on the bottle. So quickly, if you don't know, Flower Beauty is a cosmetic line created by Drew Barrymore, and you can get it at Ulta, and then they also do have a website, flowerbeauty.com. Okay, so the Light Illusion Foundation is around $14, and it says this foundation achieves the impossible. It provides a medium to buildable coverage to smooth and perfect while imparting your skin with the most flattering, soft luminosity imaginable. So there are, let's see how many shades, 12 shades it looks like. So I don't think the deepest shade, I don't know if you can see this, the deepest shade isn't super dark, but you know, it's not a terrible, I guess, shade range. So what I'm going to do, I did already put on a little bit of Hangover RX 3-in-1 spray. I just gave my face a little quick spritz, and we're going to go in and just put this on. I don't think I'm going to do the half and a half because it's 7:30. This isn't a foundation wear test. This is just trying the product. So I have the shade, there it is on the front, Ivory L2. So I'm going to pump a little bit out on the back of my hand. There we go. Ooh, okay, so it's kind of thick. I don't know if you can tell, but it is a little bit thick on the thick side. So I'm just going to like dot some around like I normally do. I don't know why I put it on the back of my hand. Alright, so I'm going to do a little bit more. Ooh, I might have got too much. I think I'm going to go in with a brush and then smooth it over with my beauty blender or my Morphe sponge. So it says it's a medium coverage. We'll see. Okay, first layer is on. It is looking very dewy and luminous, which I really love lately. If you didn't know, I do think it is a good medium coverage because it definitely smoothed everything out really nicely. I do see a little bit of redness still, which is where I get really red right here on my cheeks. But it looks super good on my skin, I feel like. I'm going to try to do a little bit more just on my little problem areas here, and that might have been too much. Oh well. Okie dokie. Second layer is on, and that definitely upped the coverage. I would say it's probably a low full coverage right now. I do see a little bit of a freckle or two here and there, but my skin looks very even overall, and I'm loving the finish on this right now. I don't know how it's going to dry down, but my skin just looks very healthy and glowy, and I'm super into that. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to the concealer. Here, I like the packaging. I do like the packaging of the foundation, and I do like, this is a glass bottle with a pump. I always love a pump. And then this is the concealer. It's just a sleek little plastic tube with the white. I like the gold accent, the gold and the white. That's really pretty. So this says it's a full coverage crease proof concealer. So there aren't a lot of shades. I can't remember exactly, but I remember when I was picking this up that I was like not that impressed, because this is the lightest one and it is the same shade as the concealer pretty much. So this isn't going to be able to highlight my under eyes or anything like that. On the back of the box it says a soft focus blurring concealer with high performance coverage. It diminishes the appearance of imperfections, fine lines, and signs of fatigue for a flawless, luminous look. So again, this is a luminous concealer, which I like. I've been loving a hydrating concealer because my under eyes are dry and they will get very desert-like under there. So I'm just going to put a few lines. Yeah, it looks pretty similar. I'm going to go in with my sponge and we're going to blend it out. So that blended out really nicely and quickly, I feel like. I think there is good coverage. I feel like it's already wanting to settle though over here. Yeah, I'm already getting like a little bit of settling, but we can deal with that. We can fix it, hopefully. I think the shade on my face is pretty good. My neck is a little red right now. Just overlook that. So the only thing I have is this finishing powder. I'm going to set my under eyes with my usual, which is I'm going to use the Laura Mercier right now and just do a little bit of setting. I'm not going to set a lot because lately I've been doing something different with my under eyes, which I will do a video on very shortly. But I don't bake. I really can't bake anymore because of how much it dries out my under eyes, and that kind of leads to that deserty, like crepey look, and I'm not here for it. So I will do a video though on how I've been doing my under eyes. So I'm just going to immediately go ahead and kind of wipe that off, sweep it off, tap it in. Okay, so the next product I have is this Miracle Glow Satin Finishing Powder. I think this little component is super cute. It's nice little packaging, and this says it gives a veil of subtle radiance. It absorbs oil and smooths skin for a soft focus effect. Micro pearl pigments diffuse light for an ambient glow, providing the ultimate finishing touch to your makeup. Nice. So this might be something you would use over a setting powder, but I'm actually just going to use it to set my face, because sometimes setting powders, well, not sometimes, setting powders and finishing powders can be different, but I'm actually just going to use it to set. Where's my brush? This one will be okay. So I just dumped it in the lid here, and I'm going to take a little bit and just set my face. I don't know if you can use this to bake, like under your eyes. It does have some color to it. It's a beige color, so I want something more transparent, so I wouldn't probably use it to bake or set under my eyes. So I like this powder so far. It is making my skin look very smooth, and that could be the foundation too. My pores look really good, and my skin does not look dry, and it doesn't look heavy or cakey. It just looks very soft and still has that luminosity and glow to it that I love and adore. Okay, so my base, right now I'm very impressed with it, and I think it looks really good, really good. Okay, what's next? I don't have a brow product, and I don't have any kind of bronzing product, so I'm going to go do those two things, and then I'll be right back. Alright, I got my brows dyed today, which is why they might look a little crazy. I got them tinted, but I did my brows and a little bit of bronzer and a tiny bit of blush. I may need a little bit more. But I'm going to move on to the next product, which is this Shimmer and Strobe Highlighting Palette. So it has 3 different highlighters in it, and it comes with this little brush. I'm just going to probably lay that right onto the side. But we have like a champagne gold color, a pink, and then like a more yellow gold color. So I'm just going to do a few little swatches. There they are. They do feel pretty nice and creamy from what I can tell on my finger. I think I'm going to probably go in with this champagne color because that looks like what's going to work the best on my fair skin. So I'm going to take my little Morphe M510 and just kind of dab in there. Ooh, a lot of powder just flew off of my brush. Ooh, that's pretty though. Can you see that? Ooh, that looks super pretty. I like that. That is giving me a pretty intense glow. I'm going to do my Cupid's bow. A little bit on my chin. Oh, that is really pretty. Oh yeah, it's there. It is definitely there. I'm going to like try to see how buildable, if you can like work this on up to blinding, and I think yes. Ooh, can you? Yes. It is building every time I add to it, but it's not looking too heavy. That looks nice. I like this shade so far. I'm going to have to try the other. I don't know that this pink would work. Maybe. I mean, I know on a swatch it's going to look super heavy and more intense. I could use that one, but the gold shade I definitely don't think will work on my skin. It is so hot. I'm getting so red. I apologize. But this looks really good. It almost is like a wet type looking highlight. It's like that glow from within, and it's not chalky looking on my skin. It just looks very, like it's almost melted into my skin. It's not emphasizing my texture from what I can tell, and it's just sitting there really, really nicely. I like it. Oh my gosh, everything I've liked so far. Okay, I got this little eyeshadow palette. This is the Shimmer Shade Eyeshadow Palette in Warm Neutral ES1. Just a little plastic packaging. Mine happened to come broke, so this one shade got everywhere, but I should try to go ahead and clean it off some. These are a lot of like purpley mauvey shades. We've got some mattes and we've got some shimmers. There's a lot of these are actually shimmers. Ugh, didn't realize that. And it did come with this brush. It says bonus $6 brush. You can make that call if you think that's $6 or not. But I do overall like the colors in here. So we're going to see. I'm really not sure what kind of look I can get. They did have, I think, two other palettes like this, and then they have some quad palettes. So first I'm just going to go right into this. Oh, it's just numbered here on the back. So this looks like shade number 2 right here, the second shade from the palette, and I'm just going to work that through my crease, and we'll see if we can get. These are really powdery. Like right when I dipped in, a lot of powder went flying. Okay, so there is a little bit of pigment there. I did dip in 2 to 3 times on each eye. So if that's important to you to know. Alright, I'm going to go down a little bit on my brush, and I'm going to go into the next shade right beside it, which is number 3, which I believe is kind of, I don't know, I can't tell if it's a shimmer or not. And I'm just going to put that right in the crease as well. And I am getting some color, I can tell. When I swatched it, that's how it swatches, which is not bad. Oof, my underarm may need shaving. Yikes. Okay, so I got my 2 colors down. This is not looking great. I mean, well, just because I'm talking about this is like way up over here. That's my fault, not the palette's fault. Let's go ahead and do a lid color, and I have eyeshadow all over from where this thing broke apart. I think I'm going to go with this number 1 shade right here. It's kind of like a coppery color. Use a flat top, or not a flat top, just a flat shader brush. Ooh, now that went on pretty well. So this one is like got a little bit of shimmer. There's a couple in here that have a lot of shimmer, and then some that just have like a little bit of shimmer. And this is one with a little bit. They are, even for this one, it's still pretty powdery because whenever I dip my brush in, there's a lot of fallout. But the color went on pretty well. there's not really much to deepen my crease with, but I'm going to try to go in with number 4, which is this purple color. I don't know, there was, I had another one in my bag with different colors, but then online I thought this was more of like more browns and like neutral. Like, look at here, I don't know if you can see all that fallout, but it's kind of getting everywhere. But this one ended up being more purple, and that could be, I don't know. I can't remember how it looked on the website. I don't know. This is not turning out like I thought it was. I like mauves and rosy tones, but I'm not big on purples. And these have a lot of like purple undertones, and so this isn't my favorite. This is probably my least favorite thing so far. So I'm just going to run some shadow under my lash line and probably go ahead and quit with this. I mean, eyeshadow just flew. Oh my gosh, it just flew in my eye on my contact. These are super powder. Okay, I'm going to say the eyeshadow palette is a pass. If you could see my desk in front of me, right here, there is just eyeshadow powder everywhere. So that did not work out for me, and that's okay. Everything else I've liked so far, that I would say is a pass. Okay, the next thing I got is the Lash Warrior Mascara. This mascara says 150% plus 150% for fierce, full-blown volume, 100% solid dramatic thickness, 88% extreme length. So this is, I think they had a couple, like 2 or 3 mascaras. Ooh, this one has a curved one, and it is on the thicker side. So I'm going to go ahead and apply 1 coat. Oh no, it got under my eye. Okay, so we got 1 coat on. I think it did a good, can you see? I know I'm kind of far away. But I think it did give me some volume, which I like. I do have other mascaras that make my lashes longer though, so it didn't give me quite as much length as I want, but I'm going to go ahead and go in with a second coat. Okay, so with a second coat, my lashes do look pretty nice. It did give them a little bit more length with that second coat, and they do look pretty full. So I think this mascara from the first use, I think I like it okay. I will definitely try more, but I don't think it's my favorite mascara just on a first impression. So we got 1 more item left, and this is the Flower Beauty Miracle Matte Lip in the shade Bare Honey. So we have a matte liquid lipstick here. I really love this nude shade. Let's go ahead and apply her. And that's the shade. I think that's a really pretty pink shade. I think the shade is really pretty. It feels really comfortable on my lips. It feels like I don't even have lipstick on, really. It doesn't feel overly dry. So let me give it another couple minutes to see how it dries down. But right now I think it feels really comfortable. Okay, let's zoom out and give our final thoughts on this stuff. Okay, so overall, I like the foundation. It's still looking really good on my skin. It's still giving me a little bit of a glow, and I think it gave me good coverage. And I think the finish of it is nice. I also like the finishing powder. I feel like I look a little bit darker. Like on camera, my face looks more pale than my neck, but in real life, it really isn't that much of a difference. I'm just red on my neck because I'm hot. But I like the finishing powder as well, and will continue to use that. It does give a slight glow to the skin. The concealer, I don't know. I have a lot of little fine lines under my eye right now. I think the coverage is good, but my eyes, they don't look like too dry. I have concealers that make them look worse, but that's what I'm going to have to keep using and get my final thoughts on. But right now I don't hate it. The eyeshadow palette, oof, I don't care for it. It's too powdery. And also the colors I picked, I'm not a huge fan of. I thought they were different online, but they just didn't. There was some pigment there. I had to dip multiple times into it, so I would say that's a pass. This little highlighter palette I actually really like. I think it gives a really pretty highlight on the skin. It looks super good. Definitely will keep using this, although I can probably only use 1, maybe 2 shades out of the 3, so that's something to think about. And then the lipstick, it is dry. It feels super comfortable. It did transfer a little bit. That doesn't matter to me. But I think that the shade is super pretty. I can't remember how many shades they had total, but it does feel pretty good on my lips right now. So overall, I'd say we got some good hits out of this bunch. I think Flower Beauty has some really good products here, and they are affordable. So definitely check them out if you are looking for some new products to try. I will keep using these and update you in a future video if my mind changes on the foundation, or if I end up not liking something that I like right now, because that happens sometimes. Alright guys, so that is it for this video. I hope that you enjoyed it, and don't forget to subscribe so that you can be notified of all my videos. Alright, and why did I just say alright again? I don't know. I'm just rambling. Alright guys, I'll see you in my next video. Bye!